Wakey, wakey, Miss Astrid. I think we might have done a couple of things that might make a difference as to the way things worked with that recent update. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to the Long Dark. And, well, I'm hoping we're going to be able to get this over with, at least this story here, fairly soon. But I did want to kind of comment on a couple of things. After the end of last episode, I kind of took a little bit of time and I kind of walked away from the game and came back to it and plugged in on one of my other saves and experimented a little bit, and now I kind of wanted to see what it would look like in this particular thing, and I'm starting to notice a couple of differences and a couple of things. So first off, let's go jump in here real quick, and this may or may not look a lot better. It may or may not look much at all. I turned everything on and I crammed it all the way up because I have a machine that should be able to run what they say. So I did that. And then the next thing I did is, after doing a little bit of just reading through the Steam forum thingy, whatever you want to call about this update, it was highly recommended to turn on anisotropic filtering to as high as you can get it, and anti-aliasing to TAA, and then whatever you can manage to do as far as everything else goes. This setting right there reduces jagged lines or stair-stepping that can appear on curved or angled surfaces, and, well, this just, improves the clarity of textures when viewing at angles. And when you say angles, it's like that time we're always talking about how, like, if you look up in the right or left hand corner, because this is Unity does some goofy stuff when you're looking far away at things. It does that same kind of deal, so it should theoretically make things sharper when you look at the edge of the screen while you're moving around. And it also appears to have at least changed the colors a little bit and some other things. Now, the biggest thing that I did notice, and we can look at it here, actually we probably see it outside really quickly, is that by turning on the TAA, it should make the power lines look considerably better. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, they're kind of patchy over there, but here, let me show you the difference. Visuals, quality, shut that off. Confirm, because I usually don't run anti-aliasing unless I absolutely have to, because it gets pretty hard on things. Yeah. You can see how the line is not drawn completely straight. It's kind of jagged as it goes down, and like even this one, after a little bit, it'll start to get really bad. They also, there's a setting also that I think made those lines a little bit thicker, so it's definitely worth playing. Not audio, visuals, quality. Turn that back on. Where did it go? I did try the other two settings, and it didn't seem to make much of a difference until you got to that point, so I've turned that on. The other thing is, by doing all of whatever I said, I've cranked up everything that I possibly can, I think, and everything should be on ultra or higher, except for, like I said, I can't stand motion blur and a few other little things like that. I think after all of the goofing around, that should look as good as it's going to get, at least for us. Now, I'm still not a humongous fan of what that terrain blending does, as you can see kind of right over there. When you're quite a ways away and you look at that, it still doesn't look very good. It's definitely foggy. If you look at the side of the camp office, it's just like, it looks like someone kind of just took I don't know, a rag or something and just wiped white paint all over the outside of it. It doesn't even look like they tried to, brush it on. They just kind of wiped it around and did a kind of like, this is awful. This is still awful. This they need to sort out, because this is just, I mean, maybe there's a setting that maybe they'll put on later on with terrain blending. Maybe instead of being a on or off function, they, listen to somebody and say, maybe we should make that a slider so that we can just add a little bit of it, because that still looks terrible. But it looks a little better now. So, I have not done anything with Astrid since we got back to the camp office. Here, I was just going to kind of do a little bit of exploration and looking around and seeing. I like what it does to the trees. I'm not going to lie. I like what it does to the trees. And now that I've got that anti-aliasing turned on so the lines aren't nearly as jagged, that looks so much better. But yeah, supposedly now we're looking at things like this is as far as you can get a tree draw in the game at this point. So how close do you have to be before you can see a wolf? Like we can see, oh wow. So that's drawing, I'm not cheating at all at this point. That is drawing in the docks clear across the lake. That is, huh. And the cabins. Holy cow. Yeah, that's, I mean, I did expect that to happen. And I did have the game set up to where like the tree draw was going to be really, really far. So at least it would draw in trees so you didn't, you know, wouldn't pop in and see just a bare mountain and then the tree would just show up on something. That is definitely something I've had set up for a long time. That, I guess, looks a little better. I mean, there's a texture all the way around the thing. I mean, it's kind of one of those, when you've played it as long as I have, you don't really tend to notice things because you're, well, yeah, I tend to notice things, excuse me. Let me put it like this. When you play things as long as I have, I tend to notice things because I'll tend to not pay attention to stuff. And that's the whole point, is like you'll be walking along by something for a little while and then something new changes and you go, that is not what that used to look like. I need to figure out what happened. Anyhow, we're going to run inside. It is a little early. I've been yammering and talking. We're going to warm up real fast and get our way back, well, head our way back towards the dam. Yeah, you can't even tell there's stairs there anymore. That's terrible. I don't know. We're going to head back towards the dam, and we're going to get our way over to Pleasant Valley because that was the entire goal of what we were doing here. So go ahead and warm back up, Miss Astrid. That's good. How are we on various things? Is there anything we need to take with us that we don't want here? Oh, I need to take a picture of this place if we can. Oh, excuse me. Try not to yawn and or do things. We should have everything here we're happy with. I think I know I ended up with a whole bunch of extra stuff that I didn't care about, plus a bunch of these, which I probably should just bring with us and not really care about. I think I'm good to go for right now. Sure. Okay. And then, yeah, supposedly now these you can actually use to make stuff with. So if I had some flour here, I could make stuff with them, but I can't. You know what? Pick those up. We'll take those back. And I think you're going to be just fine. We'll take those back to the dam where we could actually, you know, eat them. I think we have plenty of flour there. And, you know, peach pie isn't too terrible of a bad thing. That's a nice bottle full of water. How are we on water? We're good to go. All right, cool. Let's go to the dam, down the rail line, I think, and see what else we notice. It still seems to be kind of cold out here. Am I wearing... I am wearing that thing. Can I put my belt back on? It's not that cold here. There we go. Spray and risk on. Good deal. Cool, so let's walk down the rail line and take a look at some stuff. I don't know...
God, I did anything right about now.
Like, the thing I do want to say is that when we get done dealing with Wyatt and whatnot, I'm probably going to go ahead and back up the save, and then we're going to try to see about going into Milton. I guess for those of you that are coming in later on after all of this time and whatnot, or maybe if you haven't been paying attention, we had a bug that caused us to have to go install a mod to be able to get out of Milton. That's happened I don't know how many episodes ago now. And up until just this update, we were running modded. I think it's probably a good 10 or 15 episodes. And then I had to pull the mod in order to update the game. And I kind of wonder whether or not updating the game fixed what happened in Milton. I don't know. Maybe some of it's a little crisper. I mean, again, you're looking at something that's a watercolor, right? It's a watercolor. It's like walking through a painting. And again, I complained here about this too, and I think they need to sort this out. But it definitely, it could use, if anything, a little bit of crisping up. So like making things like, you know, power lines a little bit more solid, or anything that does one of these kinds of deals. That's something that they could work on. And again, I'm not complaining about the trees, because the trees definitely, without that on, they just stick up out of the ground. But in reality, I don't know if it made enough of a difference. Because we've already been playing, up until that point, playing with as high as I could possibly get the settings to go. I mean, even past it, that we've been running a custom setting on this game for quite a while, which was as I had the trees cranked up as far as I possibly could, because I really hated being like right here. If you look at that way over there on the old normal settings, those trees way over there would pop in once you got close enough to them. But now I guess we're talking about better graphics, or maybe more detail laying around on the ground. Just kind of looking around and trying to see what would be different. And honestly, the only thing I really notice a lot that is different is, like I say, maybe just a little bit more crispness on the grass. I always love how the grass follows you. The trees are just slightly, I mean, maybe a little bit more sharp. But other than that, I mean, I realize that some people probably have never seen the snow do this before, because, you know, they didn't know that you could turn settings on, because this is one of the things that's happening right now with the snow falling on us, that if you turn some of the settings down a little bit, you don't see this, or you don't see it this way. You know, I would love to be able to walk through here one time without having to worry about one of these stinky wolves. The shadows look pretty good. I don't mind the shadows, except for... Is the sun over there?
I can't feel my hands.
Must be. Dude, I really don't feel like wasting durability on any of my gear on you. I'm gonna stick my head in here and let you go. We don't need a wolf. I don't know. I still think it looks really hazy and fuzzy, and it doesn't look very good at all to me. I'll leave it on because it's something new, but... kind of thing. I mean, the only thing I kind of tend to look at is, like, the lines, because that anti-aliasing stuff, that makes the lines a lot crisper, means it tries to draw more points between them, so the stuff should look a little better.
I need to find food.
Oh, you're fine. I should have probably made some... Oh! Whoops. No wonder somebody was coming after us. I forgot completely all about the fact that I had managed to get some of that cooked. That's okay. We'll eat all of it, and then if he does come after us, it's fine. Yep, I figured that much. Here, do you want to go for a walk, buddy? I'm going to the dam.
It's so cold.
Come on. I'm not going to listen to you, Bart. Where are you going to go? You're going to go around through... Oh, of course. Another one. Ah. Why did he give up? You know what? I may just leave that one alone. I don't really need it. I've got so many arrows laying around all over the place. I just need to fix some. He's going to go run off and die somewhere. It's fine. I'm not chasing him down. We have stink on us, and we've got a plan to deal with stuff. I mean, like, the directional view, I would love for them to figure out how to fix. Because there's a mountain back there, and as you see, it's kind of not there until we look at it from an angle, and there it is. It's just Unity doing Unity things around the edge of the screen. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, and I did turn Astrid's voice back on. She finally had, I guess, been quiet long enough to redeem a little bit. How many of you are down there? 1, 2. Don't fall off the bridge, dummy. 3, 4. I think they're all down there, actually. Huh. Okay. No, homeboy went back there. He'll probably die over there someplace. But we should be alright for the minute. I think we go to the dam. I'm really interested to see what happens in the dam, because the dam is lots and lots and lots of polygons and lots of, you know, lots of shapes that are kind of hard to draw. I mean, even when you look at it like that, That's a lot of drawing that a card has to work, you know, a computer has to work really hard on, because I need to draw all the stuff behind that wire mesh and still make the mesh look reasonable. I mean, it's all right, I suppose. I know I don't even know how much you guys are going to be able to see on YouTube given the compression. I will find out after I upload it and watch it myself. But the dams should be interesting. And let's just go ahead and bloop that right there and go inside. Alright, drink some water, Astrid, and then we're going to take a look around. I don't remember, I think we took all of the... Yeah, we did take all of the flour over there, didn't we? Well, nuts. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and dump these here. I don't need them. For now, we don't need them. We'll put them on the table and put this away because it'll drive me nuts otherwise. Put these over here, do a little bit of a warm-up, and then we'll head out. There are a few things I do believe I want to dump here, like those. Just have to remember where I want to dump them. Well, we'll just put them in there for now. That's fine. Anything else we need to get in here before we leave? I can definitely get rid of that for now, and 100 matches do not need to come with us. We can bring like that many. Thank you. That's fine. There's no reason to bring that many matches, although I cannot believe I left that many matches that many episodes ago in that place. I think I still have film here too. I need to look for those. I thought we had film. I put the matches in the other thing. Like, yeah, we've got like 200 matches. And the fun part is matches don't even matter anymore. Spare bow and shafts and stuff. I thought I brought some film here. Maybe I didn't. That's fine. We'll leave all that stuff over there. And yeah, I guess what we do is we warm up completely. And then we get our... Yeah, it's still darker than the inside of a... I'm not going to say it. What do we got in here? It doesn't seem to be complaining. I guess I need to look at the numbers on the wall. There's a lot of stuff here, which I would expect for, you know, anybody that... I don't know, that looks pretty good to me. I've only been gaming for the last 20 years of my life, or 20, 25 years of my life, probably. Anyhow, let's get out of here. It still does the thing, though. That's hilarious. Watch. Oh, look, it's the direction, kinda. I mean, it would make sense. In reality, it's projecting the lantern shadow from right here, and not out there. That's why it changes. So, like, if I were to put that down there, you can see that that's the shadow, and that's what it looks like. That's the thing that always, you know, makes me laugh about this thing when I do the extend out here, is that, for one, it removes the bloom, and again, they didn't bother to give us that setting. It would have been nice. And two, it makes the shadows be silly. Like, you can see how the shadows are sticking up in the air, and if I do that, they go away. Anyhow, we'll do this for now. It looks pretty good. I don't see any tearing or anything. Again, I didn't expect it to be like a sudden monster when it comes to trying to display graphics, because these are really not that hard to do. I believe that's been there for a while, maybe not, I don't know. The rays, that doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty good, actually. I mean, that's always come out of there. Oh, wow. Again, I don't know what I'm supposed to look for because it's been just a game that I've played for so long. I don't know. I guess that looks okay, but like the angle of that cardboard, that looks a little square to me. I mean, if you're trying to draw shadows behind something, this is supposedly newer-ish stuff, is what it's supposed to be doing. There's supposed to be all kinds of new interior shadows and this, that, and everything else in the world. So we have to kind of keep an eye out for what could possibly be new. All right. Well, we go outside and walk our way to Pleasant Valley, because we have a quest to complete. We have a person to put back in a container, or in a bunker, and explodey it up. I'm not very happy about that, but I suppose. See, like, some of them aren't too bad. Like, that's not bad at all. That's not terrible. But then you go around the corner and it's like, ew. Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Definitely fine. It's funny how some places it actually does things and some places it doesn't. Like, those rocks right there didn't get it, but the rock right across the street did. That got it really big, up, you know, quite a ways up the side of it. I don't know. I'm liking the draw distance, or at least the view distance at this point. And the lines look just perfectly like they should. That looks so nice, aside from the, I don't know why they kind of did what they do up there, but that's okay. I don't know. I guess it is everything. With everything comes change. One must either accept it or reject it. I have no idea what it's trying to do there. This is where it looks dirty. It looks like somebody just threw a bunch of like dust on top of the thing. That does not look good at all. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those. I think we're either gonna turn that one particular setting off until they figure out how to make it maybe semi-adjustable, or really curb it down. I'm assuming someone's not complaining. Well, you know, everybody's gonna complain about it no matter what. I complain about things all the time. Rabbits, where is you? Hey, rabbits. I don't know where they went. Okay, so that was fun. So there's a rosehip bush right there. And I know you guys probably can't see it, but it's waving in and out of the grass right now, which is causing it to look a little weird. If that had rose hips on it, it'd really look weird. I think it does. It does. That's why it looks weird. What the? Hello? How in the world did those get left? Because I never came back here and looked, because it's not something I would normally do. Alright, well, let's get over here. Wind is coming. I don't know, I like it. The train draw and the tree draw is really nice now. That's cool. Because like I said, we've had it. I think they gave us a little more, though. We'll get into Pleasant Valley and take a really good look, because there's stuff that you can see quite a ways away from a couple of places up there. And I suppose we'll do a good walkthrough on the coal here. Okay, that tree has serious problems. That tree and the, whoa. I know what's wrong here. Actually, I think I know what's wrong here. But that's definitely a problem. That looks weird. Do these do it? I was going to say that's probably due to the fact that there's more than one tree here. And it could quite possibly be that. Because I know there are some of that kind of stuff around this map too. Anyhow, inwards, let's go check this out. We're going to catch all of the coal if there is any coal. This cave has been kind of empty lately, but we are down a little, so we'll do a quick look-see around. Yoink, yoink. Oh, good. A piece. Ah. You know, I don't mind that bug at all. It's still one of my favorite bugs in the game. Of course, those could have been there this entire time. It's fine. We'll see. Have anything down this corner? No, this place is like never any coal in here anymore for me. This cave has been kind of sorry this run, or at least the last, I don't know, however many, like 50, 60, 70 days. I know it's a lot of time, but it's not really. I think we're looking at almost, we're getting there, right? We got to be getting close to like 400 by now. Not there. That one. We got a ways to go yet. Although we're 2 days from being 380. Any coal to be had in here before we head up the hill. No. This is the fun one. You would think you'd place that one in the back of the wall there and it would make something neat on it. None of these anymore. I know I've said it a couple of times. I wouldn't have a problem handing a little bit of money to be able to get one of those things just for the funsies of it. I understand those are all the original 160 some odd Kickstarters, but you know, number 2 at least does it. Kaplan. Okay. So I want to... I don't have any of that stuff. I think there might be one outside. Let's go look. No, I don't want that. I want my weapon, not my flare gun. What is Pleasant Valley going to be like? Miserable. Do we have any charcoal in here? No. I wanted to go up to the... Whoa. I guess that was just me. Alright. I wanted to go up to Signal Hill I mean, I guess we can run over here to this cave and see if it'll let us do anything. That, you know, with the way this is going to shape up, we're probably going to be getting into something here fairly soon. So we'll just carefully sneak down the hill. No bear, please. See what we find. Alright, nothing so far. I wanted to, if at all possible, do the Polaroid. We shall see. The weather might not let us do it. Okay, so Wolf's over there. Don't see a bear anywhere. I think I might have heard one, though. I'm pretty certain I turned Astrid on. Maybe or her voice on. That's not what I meant. It's like some of these trees haven't been touched either. I mean, I don't know. It seems like it's random. Well, maybe it's not completely random. Maybe certain trees just don't get touched, but... Huh. Alright, well, let's carefully go up here and not get run into. Eaten. Destroyed. Maybe. I don't know. That was a different tree. Oh! I guess I never paid attention. There are two different types of trees. Well, three. But there are two different types of pine trees. Huh. Yeah, actually. Once again, the things that you either didn't know or didn't pay attention to prior to are always new when something changes, because then you start looking for new stuff. I thought they all looked like that one. Huh. Unless they look like this. And even those are different, because there's a dead one back there. Interesting. Huh. Well, Mr. Bear, are you going to be up here? Maybe, maybe not. Let's see what we get. Let's see what's in here. Well, I know what's in here. Nothing. We took it all and moved it somewhere else. Although I haven't been up here since the camera update, I would figure this would be a good place to get a hold of a little bit of just a little bit of film. Let's go see. Oh, nice. We'll take those back with us. There's no reason to leave. Oh my goodness, we left some water. Anything in any of this stuff? Now, I remember there was something that I didn't care for that happened in here. And I think it was that thing. Hit Y. I wanted to put it on a shelf, and it wouldn't let me do it. It still won't let me do it. Can I put it on the table? I can put it on that table. That's fine. TV. Radio. That thing. Just stop. We don't need any of this right now. Alright, let's warm up. Hope it doesn't do something silly, and then... It's kind of wanting to get down to the mountain or down to the house today so we can end this one. I'm not going to go over there today because I want to have a full episode to be able to run back to Pleasant Valley. But if we can get down the mountain with the little picture that I would like to take today, that would be great. Ooh, it might work. Kind of calmed off a little. We did get a single piece of charcoal, and I need to go... Is it over here? It's either over here... Yeah, okay, it's over here. Get to the edge of the world and do the thing. Yay. Cool, I finally got that one done. Finally got that one done. And the kitty cat is at the picnic spot for certain. Okay. I wonder if you could actually fish at Pensive Pond and it'd be okay with you just being there for a little bit. Okay. Let's get back off this hill and get over to the farmhouse before it gets too dark. Maybe entice a bear over there. I don't know. I don't think I need a bear. We do need to go get the... I think it is here. Wherever I put the box from... Well, I wanted to take the box over to... Wow, I was going to say, I wanted to come over here and look at this. I wanted to take the furniture workbench and put it in the Thompson's Crossing spot over there so we could build us a thing. And we may do that after we get done taking care of Wyatt. Wow, at the draw distance. You know, go away, wind. Let the sun come out. We want to look at it. Wow. Yep, still barely warm. Coming on summer here, so, you know. Not that it matters. I live in my basement. It's always a consistent 60 some odd degrees down here, so. And by 60, I mean 60 Fahrenheit. That's like, what, 20-something? 2020, 2022, 2022, something like that. Celsius? I forget. 60 is a number you're supposed to know. Wow. So what do we see now? Holy cow. Look at... Fog. No fog. Fog. No fog. Wow. Maybe it was worth it then. I mean, it's quite the thing. And I need to just be careful here and quit screwing around and get off this mountain. I will say this, if one of you in the comments, if you know about when they decided to change and add a secondary type of tree in, because from what I remember, there was only one tree and it looked like that. And now, yeah, there's like, that's a different one, that's a different one, that's the same, because you can see the branches just kind of fall downwards. All right, Mr. Bear, while we're done gawking and screwing around, where are you? I don't know, I feel like that's new. I guess there's a whole bunch of cedar over here if I needed it. Maybe that would be indicative of a particular limb laying on the ground if there were a lot of cedar trees in the area. I'm still trying to figure out whether they think those are aspens or birch. Around where I live, those look like aspens. Wow. Yeah, I am not going to complain. Look at the density of the trees back there. All the way to the wall even. Wow. Maybe I spoke too soon. There's certainly something that I don't care for, but there's definitely a lot to look at now that I'll forget about in like, I don't know, a month. For sure, nice looking though. Nice little glow around the mountain behind where the sun's at. Supposedly we need to come outside during an aurora too, so we might see what happens tonight if we can manage to get one. I haven't seen one in a little while. That still looks like just straight up cartoon, but you know, whatever. Let's see, we need a little bit of food. That was not a whole lot of food. Well, I guess when I said a little bit, I got a little bit of food. Can I have one that's actually got something on it, please? Thank you. All right, and
Night is coming. This, I was afraid that that was going to look like that. Oh, whatever. Is this one empty? It's empty. Okay. Let's pass a little bit of time, see if we can get an aurora to come up. I wouldn't mind to see that, but we also do have all of this wonderful stuff now. I can make pancakes and things out of, and I probably should do something with these because they're going to rot too. It's interesting enough that these rot, which is crazy to me. I mean, I guess it is something that we dug out of the ground. Anything else here? That's there. I'm not... I mean, it is kind of dark. Apologize for that for a second. I just wanted to kind of look around. I mean, there's our gold nugget. It looks like pretty much the same. I mean, if anything, like the angles are a little bit more rounded, but again, I'm playing with anti-alias and I can't say that word to save my life on. Whereas I usually don't because I might get a few more frames out of it. Okay, pass a minute of time, maybe two. We'll see if we can get the sun to come up, or the sun to come up. The aurora to come up. Cool. That's what I wanted. Oh. I need to find a place to rest.
Oh my. I'm assuming y'all can see that. The bloom on those. Maybe I don't want to shut bloom off then. Astrid, we're going to go outside and play for just a little bit. Not a lot. We're just going to do a little bit of looking around because supposedly there's some neat things going on outside right now. Oh, it's going to be cold too. Oh, good lord. Just make sure you keep your eyeballs open for one of those guys in case they show up. I think that's new. They're definitely brighter than they were. At least that one is very bright. I mean, hang on a minute. Do I have the noise on? Audio. Voice is on, music is on, everything's on. Why in the heck am I not hearing the music? I'm gonna go inside. Well, I'm gonna go in the front here. Pass a little bit more time, get it fully on and up. Wow, look at the purple. Magenta or whatever that is. Fuchsia even. Oh boy. Wow. I might get to see those tonight too. I don't know.
Supposedly we had another magnetic storm that's hitting us again. So if you're outside paying attention, you might see it. I don't know. Last time I did it, I had to have a camera to do it. But I think for right now, I'm gonna go boink and boink, and I will see you all in the next one. We're gonna go take Wyatt to his final resting place, and then go see about seeing what's gonna happen with Mr. Sutherland. So until then, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Hoo-hoo to you too.